Problem number 69. We identify, first of all, that it is an exponential equation because the variables are in the exponents. And then we also identify what our base is. Can we get both sides with the same base? And the answer is yes. The left side is already at its smallest base, 3 to the x cubed. And then equals the right side, 9, can be rewritten as 3 squared. And then 9 is being raised to the x power. So we have 3 to the x cubed is equal to 3 to the 2 times x, or 2x. So since we have an equation that has the bases the same, that means if the bases are equal, the exponents have to be equal. So we say, therefore, the exponents, x cubed, has to equal 2x. Now, when we have a polynomial equation, as we've learned, we're going to gather all the terms to one side. We're going to factor out, or factor the left side. So we factor out an x, and we get x squared minus 2 is equal to 0. And if we set each factor equal to 0, we see that x equals 0, as well as x squared minus 2 equals 0. And in solving this equation, we can just separate the x squared and the 2, and we can take the square root of both sides. And when we take the square root of both sides, we get x is equal to plus or minus radical 2. X equals plus or minus radical 2. So we have 3 solutions. Let's go ahead and write them down here nice and cleanly. The first solution to this equation is 0. The other 2 solutions are positive radical 2 as well as negative radical 2. So we have 3 solutions to this equation, and that's it. Let's look at number 71. 71, again, we have an exponential equation, and because the variables are in the exponent. And now we have we don't have a choice actually for this one. We should notice that both 8 and 16 are powers of 2. So we're going to rewrite each of those, both 8 and 16. So 8 is written as 2 to the 3rd, and 16 we'll rewrite that as 2 to the 4th. And then we know that power to a power, we're going to multiply. So you got to be careful here. 2 to the 3 times negative x plus 14 equals 2 to the 4 times x. We can just write that as 4x. I didn't want to do too much at once here because I want to make sure I remember to distribute that 3. So we have 3 times negative x is negative 3x. 3 times 14 is 42. And we already have the right side simplified, 2 to the 4x. And again, bases are the same. We're going to go ahead and equate the exponents. And then I'm going to go ahead and add the 3x to both sides, because I like my variables to be positive. And then I'm going to go ahead and divide both sides by 7. 42 divided by 7 is 6. So we get x equals 6. Now if you look, well, it'd be hard to check this, but you could. If you typed into your calculator 8 to the negative 6 plus 14. So negative 6 plus 14 is 8. So 8 to the 8th power is the same as 16 to the 6th power. You want to check that on your calculator, you could. And yeah, I think I'll stop this video and start the next one up. I'll start number 73 in the next video.